Greetings, everyone. Welcome. I'm doing a special evening recording of some Ikoria drafting here. We're going to do a best of three with our last remaining ticket entry. We had one from the Mastery Pass, and then one because Wizards gave us all one as a celebratory welcoming of human drafting. That's right. We're going to draft against other humans tonight. That means I got to talk and think much quicker than usual, but I can. That's okay. I'm willing to do that. We're good. Hey, Fluffy, how you doing? Yeah, that's probably going to happen next week. Traditional human is best of three. Yes, correct. And so I'm going to... Oh, and that's nice. I like this, Lee. There's a little... it's covered up by my bits a little bit, but there's an average queue time under 1 minute, so that's nice. Just lets you know queue health is looking pretty good. And if you want the health of your collection to look pretty good, I suggest turning to cardkingdom.com, my sponsor. They are purveyors of physical magic stuff, and they're awesome at it. They're great people doing great work getting the stuff people need for their magic games out to them promptly with great value and all that stuff. I love them. They are working with local authorities and conditions to be safe in their enterprise as we battle this pandemic, and I appreciate their efforts on that front too, and I appreciate their continued support of me as a content creator while we do make it through all this. But yes, welcome, Elgar, and here we go. Let's see, pack one, pick one, or maybe. Oh yeah. Oh, I get my reward, but we're in a human queue. We might be waiting for 7 people. Let's find out. Nope, we're the last one. Gotta love it. Coming up, Millhouse already. 7 in the draft seat, and we're 8th. Nice. All right. Ultimatums. I'll get into the right view here. Let me get out of your way. We got an ultimatum. We'll see about the speed of the format. If the format is slow enough and the fixing's good enough, these could be finishers for control decks if they do that job. This one says return any number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. Powerful, but I certainly don't want to start there. Let's find something a little more... Oh, this drawing 4 or cycling is nice. Parcel Beast has mutate. Look at the top card of your library. If it is a land card, you may put it on the battlefield. If you don't, put the card in the battlefield onto your hand. That's interesting. So it just has this activated ability, but it does it for 2. That's pretty good. Put that on a 1-drop. That's interesting. What else do we got here that we like? No hard removal. I got 17 seconds. I don't like this, don't like this. That's okay, but I don't like it. Unlikely 8. Yeah, I think this is just the best thing here, or the Parcel Beast. But since this is a single color, I think I'm just going to take the big card draw. This is nice, too. I think Great Horn is nice, but the ability to draw 4 or just cycle for 1 seems really strong. That's doing both ends of what I want. If I have 6 mana, this is fantastic. If I don't, I can get rid of it for 1. Rare is gone. We've got a Huntmaster, a mutate for 3. When this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +X, where X is the number of times this is mutated. I don't know how good that is, but it doesn't leap out at me as fantastic. Here's Godzilla, but I'd rather have a tapper. I'm just going to highlight the tapper as something that appeals to me. Generically, I think this is the best looking card to me. What's this? Ambush. Oh yeah, that's the freeze spell. I don't like that too much. Naturalist, only tapping mana for creatures, bums me out a little bit. Tricolor is viable, sure. Yeah, trying some nighttime streaming here. I'm going to keep this highlighted for now. I think this is better than this. Oh, this has cycling. That's not bad, but I don't think I want to try Godzilla exactly at this point. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Checkpoint Officer as the pick I think is strongest here. What do we got? Mystic Subdual. This is decent removal for blue. I'm going to highlight it. We already have a blue card, so that's a reasonable place to start. Clash of Titans is excellent removal in red if the conditions are right. Sometimes this isn't super playable, but as someone reminded me when we were looking at this, don't forget that you can fight your creature into their creature if it wins. The intended use of this is that you at instant speed get your opponent's 2 best creatures to bash and kill each other for only 5 mana and 1 card. That's amazing if you can get it to happen, but it's not super reliable, and we don't have any red cards yet. So maybe I'm just going to start with the Subdual. That's my reminder to pick up my son from work, but Margaret's getting that done today. My wife. What else am I missing? Starting Development's okay. This is okay. These packs have felt weak to me so far. I've been drafting this and just feels like hugely powerful cards are always coming my way, and not so much this time. I think I'm going to take Subdual. Yeah, it's reasonable enough. Here's another Parcel Beast. Maybe we can take a look at that now. Looks like we're heading towards blue, and this is a blue-green card, so that works on that front. Rumbling Rock Slide is, I think, maybe even better than Clash in that it's just so straightforward. Just four mana, and you deal usually at least 4, if not more. Yeah, Parcel Beast. Yeah, I think we should take this. I passed the first one because it was gold, but now that we're solidly blue, let's take this and see if we're blue-green. I don't know, maybe. That helps. Well, here's another Boon of the Wish Giver. I don't think we need to start with 2 of these. Anticipate, though, is all right. I've been finding this pretty acceptable. You know, it's got the old 2/2 for 2 going on, and the upside is pretty there. But Wolf Bear has been quite good, and I think I'm just going to go there. But I would like a Symbiote in this deck, but I think this is powerful enough to take that. Does want humans, right? Because it's attacking. You can change the base power and toughness of a human you control, so we got to keep an eye on that. See, make sure we get a mix there. Fire Prophecy feels late to be here, but so does the Boneyard Lurker, and that mutates for green-green. We don't even need the black to mutate this. So, boy, I really love this Fire Prophecy, but it feels like... And this Heron is still here? Gosh, Heron and Boneyard Lurker both feel on target with where we started in a powerful enough way that I'm going to forego what I think is the best card in the pack, which is the Fire Prophecy, and just take the Boneyard Lurker. Returning a permanent from your graveyard to your hand on every mutate it's been quite powerful, and that's been a powerful card for me in the limited events I have played so far, and I mean that in the minor number, not opposite of constructed. So this is a divination, but you can do it for super cheap if you have the right combo. Escape Protocol. I don't think I know this card. What does this do? Whenever you cycle a card, you may pay 1. When you do, exile target artifact or creature you control, then return it. So it supports blinking stuff. But what are we blinking happily? Right now, we're not really doing anything to blink. Might just want even the Fertilid. Since we have a big card drawer, I'm going to go with Fertilid, and basically that allows us to maybe drop in a swamp. We can lean a little Sultai here, and then potentially end up... Oh, Thieving Otter has been super annoying. This is a great one to mutate onto a flyer. Like these mutating flyers. Mutate a flyer onto this Otter, and then that's pretty good. Yeah, if you blink a mutated creature, what happens? I don't know. Lee? You still there, Lee? What happens when you blink a mutated creature? That's why I thought this mechanic is so crazy. I still don't fully understand all of its nuances, but I would say this. So far, it seems like they have been designing, or it behaves in a rules way, in a way that acts as though it's a single creature. Like, so my expect is I would expect that if you blink it, it comes back in fully assembled in its mutated form. Oh, really? Each creature card comes back as its own? Yeah, I suppose that's probably what has to happen with the Magic rules. I think the Flavor Judge calls foul on that. I think Flavor Judge says it should blink back as its normal self, but maybe it's like a Hulk returning to Bruce Banner type of thing. It's like the dude's collapsed, and let's try a Naturalist. The lack of being able to tap for mana for non-creatures feels pretty harsh, but if we're going to be mutating, we are going to be wanting to do this a lot. So, oh yeah, thanks. I will remove that once he ain't sponsoring this particular stream. What's this? And get a human looter. We do actually have some human, you know, oh, we don't have that. We didn't actually take the card drawer, but we do want some humans for the wolf bear. So maybe this is a human too, though. Spells with flash you cast. Yeah, I didn't. It seemed oppressive. I didn't want the blue. This feels better at single blue. Don't need any of these. I'm gonna send the red signal. Plummet's good. We're best of one. Happy to take that as a sideboard card here. Well, we've got a Triome, on-color Triome. That's kind of exciting, but I don't even care. Like, this. By the way, we're on free-to-play 2. I don't know if I got my... Oh, I don't have my account stuff up. But basically... This is the account where we don't care about rare drafting. We only want to take this if we think it's actually the best card for our deck. And maybe we do, but actually I like the... here's another otter. But Glimmerbell has been rising for me as a great mutate target. If we're doing green, blue mutate, we may want a Glimmerbell just to be able to mutate stuff onto it and have giant, you know, have a 4/4 flyer for on turn 4 attacking, you know. That gets back a permanent from the graveyard. I mean, it costs us a Glimmerbell effectively, but... I like it for that, but there's also another otter. The first one came back around. I'm going to take the bell out of need. I don't think it's the strongest card in the pack, but I think it's the card our plan needs the most. Here we have a potentially castable ultimatum in the sense that it's got 5 of 7 were already there. Look at the top 5, put any number of permanent... Yeah, that's even not that good in limited. You're trying to break that in constructed. We probably just want this perfectly good trumpeting Gnar. Play this on 3 and mutate this onto it on 4 or something. Because, you know, getting a 3/3 when you mutate on it is pretty nice. Pacifism is good, but we are not really there. Dolphin has done some work. That's one way to get your, you know, your otters through is Dolphin. But I think we should just take the on color pair uncommon. See if I'm curious if either of these wheel. It feels like we're in the right seat in terms of being blue, but I don't know. We'll maybe get some extra info if either of those wheel. Anything for us here? Capture Sphere is probably the best thing. These pacifisms going by make me a little sad. We could try and find the splash for them. We do have a Fertilid, but I think I'm just going to go with the Capture Sphere here. Wilt, also nice, but maybe we can wheel that. Not a strong pack, though. Maybe we won't. Yep, doing some late night drafting. Hello, Baron. Hello, Hannah. Welcome. Blue is the color I've drafted the least, but I don't have a strong sense of what the stack ranking of colors in the format is yet. And I think anybody who says they do is trying to impress you. Hampering Snare, that's been decent, but not amazing. Like, people have tended to use this in desperation. I think we just want to ram through and maybe I wouldn't mind a Evolving Wilds, and a Sandworm is nice, but ram through is just good solid removal. Wow, another Fire Prophecy, but another Glimmerbell. Whoever's red is probably going to be pretty happy this draft. Feels like red isn't being respected. Sorry, Lee. But I think I like another Glimmerbell over anything else I see here for this deck. Here's a 2-drop we could get behind, but here's a 1-drop that I can get behind even more. I want some of these symbiotes. We didn't get the other one back, but Brushwag is another fantastic target to mutate onto, and since we're kind of doing the mutate thing, I want to do that. Especially Brushwag into, where is it? We've got this thing. We can mutate a Parcel Beast onto a Brushwag on turn 2. That seems like it'd be powerful. Frost Lynx I like a lot. Drop that on 3, another thing that does a strong thing when it enters the battlefield. You get a strong enter the battlefield effect, and then you can mutate onto it without feeling like you're destroying a whole card. A lot of blue here, so it probably means we're in the right place at least. We could grab a Highlands to support a splash, but what do we got here? Ominous Seas. Whenever you draw a card, put a counter on it, and eventually it becomes an 8/8 Kraken. Of one mind is the card draw spell. I'm going to hold that right now. Phase Dolphin. Here is another... And a big flyer. I don't particularly love that. I think it's Dolphin or 1. I guess we're taking 1. We'll get a Dolphin before this is over. I kind of like that card, but I don't like anything here. So I'll take Mamba. That's true. You can make another 8/8. Survivor's Bond. We are kind of doing a... Oh, I want this, though. I really do want to try the Dolphin. This seems pretty good, but you only want one of them. But I think Dolphin plus Otter is real. All these sea creatures doing work together. Pacifism. You know, if I were drafting against bots, you all be complaining about how bad the bots are right now. You know you would be. I would argue that the way that the bots are weak is that they never allow pacifism to make it 11th, when humans just do. Now this has cycling 1, and we are playing black, but this has cycling 2, and we're playing blue. We'll just take that. This is very good to still be here. It makes me mad. But I'm gonna just take this and hope we don't play the person who's drafting the red deck in our pod. Blossoming Sands might be reasonable. Is this trick reasonable? I guess if we're playing against flyers, we could, but I would rather, this fixing is interesting. Like now with this Tranquil Cove and the Blossoming Sands, we can splash this pacifism even. And if people are going to maybe I should have taken that other one. I'll take more pacifisms now if they come our way. What do we got here? Ooh, this is potentially castable if it does anything interesting. I bet it does something interesting. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then return a creature card with lesser converted mana cost than the creature that died from your graveyard to your hand. You can sacrifice this to gain life equal to the great... Yeah, it's... I don't think we're doing that. Maybe I'm not processing it right. Maybe we're taking it, though, because there's nothing else here. Maybe we're going to mutate this. I just don't see anything here worth taking for our deck. This is... I don't want to play that. Here we go. Hello, friend. This card is nuts. Maybe they'll pass us a... pacifism, but we're taking this. Kind of a TLDR rare. Maybe that was better than I gave it credit for, but I gave up on trying to understand it. Back for more is great. What is Primal Empathy, though? We're in these colors. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield. Otherwise, put... Okay, there. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Should we try that? What's this? Charge of the Forever Beast. Is cost cast a spell reveal. Oh yeah, I don't like this card. Too tough. Farfinder is nice, but I want to try this this Empathy. This is nice. This is great. I'm going to take Empathy because I've not tried this before. I want to try see if we can make that interesting and workable. Another Frostlinks, another Brushwag. A land that would help us splash some black. Yeah, the Gnar is good. If that's the one you're talking about. But do we want another Brushwag? I think so. Because we have some early mutates. This gives us a second chance to kind of do the where is it? This one, the Parcel Beast thing. I do like this Frostlinks too. I think this is good. Neutralize seems fine. Dead weight on the black splash. Lead the Stampede. We probably have a decent creature count for that. We could take the Evolving Wilds, but I'm going to look at our curve. If we can use some 3s, I wouldn't mind another Lynx. But we're pretty deep on 3, although it's the one where you can take some more and it's not that bad. Yeah, let's go Lynx. Glad to have you here, Amazon. Thanks for that. Another Boneyard Lurker. People, this is a great card. And we don't even need to run the black for it. We can, but just mutating this is great. Heron. I've never had or played a Heron yet. It's only a common, but I just haven't had it. We saw Escape Protocol. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Heron here. It's kind of doing what we're trying to do. Does it feel like another set? It has moments of like Rise of the Eldrazi, like when I see that Godzilla uncommon. When I see an 11/11 at common. Yeah, I guess we can do a Bristling Boar. I should think about... Naturalist is also still... I don't know. I don't know about that one. I got... Ooh, an Evolving Wild still here for us. Sure. This seems playable, but I want the fixing. Back for more? Came back for more? Whee! Yeah, I think we might do a little double splash here. I would say it's Rise of the Eldrazi mixed with Khans of Tarkir. That's what it feels like to me. Rise of Tarkir. Yeah, I don't think we need a non-flexible 6-drop, although we don't even have one. We could just take something like this because we don't have a big end, but I think I kind of like that. We're just going to take that. Neutralize, last pick. What did I take? Maybe I didn't even see the impulse there. I don't think I processed the presence of an impulse. 47, so we got some cuts. I guess we don't bother with the pacifism. I'd rather go ahead and directly splash for this black, and the single pacifism isn't worth a splash, so let's get rid of the Cove, the Sands, Highlands. There we go. Now we'll adjust the final mana later, but at least get rid of the stuff we're not playing and figure out. All right, let's start with a look at split. We're at 1910. Yeah, I'll get out of your way. That's why I think it does feel that way. It's not as end game only. Oh yeah, definitely one snare, probably both. It's not really what we want to do. This seems fine though for where we're at. I'll play a cycling counterspell, but we do need to cut with the naturalist that I would like to play. Maybe we try to cut spells. We're on a lot of removal though, so let's see. I'm gonna throw spells over here onto the brushwags that we might consider the fate of. Fuse Dominant Thieving Honor. We play the Fertilid. We're not double splashing, but it does help get the back. Ram through. So gotta have the ram through. I mean, it is a... If I am just moving the spells over, this is what we're looking at. We can... Maybe I just want to... I don't know if I want this counterspell. think like we're a little more proactive. And I do want to be creature heavy. Could even potentially say this one is a little weak. It's never impressed me too much. We cut that. Yeah, we can board it in if it seems like it is doing more work against somebody. We have Evolving Wilds, Fertilid, and some number of Swamps, and Naturalist, but it's not casting. You can cast this, but not our spell. How many humans do we have? Well, it doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to play this Wolf Bear no matter what. You cut a boar, which is funny because I think I'd run a third Lynx, but... Oh yeah, that's true. I remember that. Losing all abilities, they can't regain abilities. Is that... So that's... But maybe we'll side it in. Hold on. I'm going to reset the order by doing that. You want to see mutate costs. That's a little complicated. And one more cut, one more cut, one more cut. What's our worst creature, I guess, at this point? Might be Glimmerbell number 2, or even Brushwag number 2. Cut one wag, mutate on this instead. Yeah, that's all right. Let's do that. Okay, so then we're calling this. They got a couple glimmers, a couple lurkers, Frosty Bell. Bell, ring the bell. Yes. How about IKO After Dark? Make it about that instead. Jingle Bells is interesting. I'll keep that in mind, but yeah, let's just do that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we don't want that. We got to adjust our numbers. 2 swamps seems correct with the wilds, the falls, and we want make sure we get our forests up to get Fertilid going. 7, 8, 9 green sources seems fine. We would have been fine, Funky. We would have been fine, I'm sure of it. Except I'm not. That's Rocket greeting my son and my wife. No, Uncle. I mean, how much do you value the cards you keep after a draft? If, let's say you didn't get to keep the cards you drafted, but then at the end of the draft, they said, hey, for this many gems, you can keep all these cards. What's the most you would pay? That's kind of the question. Rocket is 10. I think he's a big boy. He's a 10-year-old. Yeah, we can keep this. We got a Brushwag and some stuff to do pretty soon. I got to put in some notes in the spreadsheet to help people fill out those custom spots. All right. Milkshake from Dick's Drive-In. Hamburger from Dick's Drive-In.
son of Dick Dryden.
Yeah, whatever. Wait, what do we need? We need blue, right? Yeah. Seattle Classic. Yeah, people have not liked this particular battlefield. I'm okay with it. I don't know. It doesn't distract me at all, but it seems to really distract some people. We could draw some cards, but we're going to have... actually, we can... Oh, this is cool. Check it out. We can play the Naturalist. And, yeah, there was an underscore there that messed up the link, it looks like. But we get to... Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's not how we're doing it. Auto Tapper almost got me, but we have a human and a human and a non-human, so we get a 1 mana draw 2. That does not suck. Oh, sorry, I thought it was muted. I didn't want you to hear me chewing, and then I missed my mute button. I got a really fiddly mute button. Probably just gonna Dolphin here and risk attack. I don't know what stuff is got flash or whatever, but we do have ram through. We do have a Brushwag that can pump at least. I like it. Wow, no pausing there at all, so I don't think Oppo has anything they can do. Next turn, we'll be able to pump the Brushwag and have ram through up. So we should be able to ram through whatever they come up with the block. Did they just gain life? Good for them. Hope you like that life. Can't mutate onto another attack. Can't be blocked. I think we just want to put... We can put this on here, and then it's so difficult to block, and it makes everything else, and then it makes something else unblockable. Maybe they misclicked. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, where are we gonna send this? We're gonna mutate it onto one of these two. I guess I'm gonna go with Brushwag. I'll go with the pump. Oh, this does. Oh, oops. Well, we can punch it. But do we want to give up this turn to do that? No, we'll just wait and then do it next turn. If they kill this, that's sad, but ram through punches, it doesn't fight, so we can punch the Death Toucher. Nice. Trample damage from spells is weird, but interesting. Still can. Oh yeah, trample. Yeah, I should have pumped before the fight. Gotcha. I honestly forget, like, I forgot that my brushwag was under there. My problem with the arena presentation, which makes sense. Sorry. The presentation of it visually makes total sense to me, but when the brushwag disappears, I mean, from a design standpoint, it makes sense to me they did it that way, but as a user, when the brushwag disappears under the other mutate creature, I lose it. You know, these things get so like whatever this brushwag ability, this pump ability, it was beneath all this stuff on the Strix, the Starix, right? So I keep losing my mutated creatures' abilities underneath the thing that I mutated with. So I think I'll hopefully get used to that, but it may just be this set's passive ability of Planeswalkers, and I'm just gonna forget about it for the whole format, you know. Anyway, we're up against looks like a Mardu, what's going on? Mardu control? I mean, they're trying to get our hand. Maybe they're doing some cycling. I don't know. Unless we're plummeting something, which I don't... I mean, they're playing white, so there's probably plummet targets, but I'm gonna wait till we see one. I'm gonna set it back, send it back. Okay, this looks great. This looks stupid. Naturalist into Glimmer Bells and 4-drops. AVB says, I wish the mutate would actually stack the cards like you would with paper, and that got some agreement. Totally understand. That's the... but that's a bigger ask of the developers than you realize. Because they've gridded this whole board, right? Everything fits within a box so that they can lay it out with this really very specific layout that they've built over the lifetime of building this product. And so to say, okay, new asks, now there's card objects that are this big instead. And it's like, ooh. Now there are, but they're planned for, like the Planeswalkers or whatever. Yeah. Layout issue is a nightmare. So anyway, so we're going to go here. We're going to go Naturalist. Let's get our ramp going. They have to work fine, Baron. There's just no way that it would be worth the cost of development to reconfigure their entire battlefield layout plan to accommodate slightly taller cards. They just have to keep trying to find solutions that work that don't use that. So Naturalist is a human. We're just going to go Wolf Bear and then just try to work Wolf Bear Naturalist attack next turn. I don't have an Ikoria Mastery Pass EV spreadsheet yet, but I don't know if Raptor's around by chance. Raptor, if you're here, I'm gonna make one if he doesn't. I'm also gonna suggest, like, Raptor makes one for every set. What I think he should do is make one and put a new tab on it in every set, and then people can come in to the same place and have all of them in one place. Okay. Great, I will check it out in Discord. Thank you. Thank you. So here we can go Glimmer Bell, Frost Links, but there's nothing to freeze. And pretty impressive that Oppo stuck on 2 got rid of our awesome thing here. But maybe we go, let's do double Glimmer Bell, and then we'll put a Boneyard Lurker on 1 to get the Wolf Bear back. I know a lot of you haven't been playing as long as I have, but way back in the day, used to be that human wasn't a creature type, and they made the big creature type update, and it was very controversial that they added humans as a creature type. Now it just seems not only natural, but they really use it quite flavorfully. So that I like to think about that change a lot. There was the Great Creature Type update that introduced the human creature type, and by doing that, they basically unlocked a whole design drawer, a whole drawer of tools for the design team to leverage creative top-down designs. Naturalist says to cast creature spells, so I don't think it can, no. All right, nice start to our evening draft here. Except, I put my bag of hamburgers down and I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Hamburger acquired, we're good. Really? You can? Well, let's go look. I read it and didn't seem like you could. It's not what it says. It says add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. Now, you can do it to cast a mutate, but not to activate an ability. Oh, we're not talking about the same thing, I think, then. I thought you meant like we use it for Brushwag. No. Yeah, you can totally use it for mutate. Sorry. Maybe I did. It's possible. I just, sometimes I say one thing and think another, and then we're having a troublesome conversation.
See?
Don't get me started with you. Troublesome conversations indeed. Well, this morning I finished, about 2.5 hours into my stream, which is earlier than I usually stop. But okay, Wizards, stop that audio, please. Thank you. I was saying I like the audio, but not when it does that. Anyway, I had a lot of stuff to do this afternoon and kind of stopped short of doing a second draft this morning, but I said, well, let me do some of my adulting this afternoon, and then I'll come on and stream again this evening. And here we are. Oops. That was my fault, though. I forgot that we had that reduction available if I tapped right. I just like getting the otter down ahead of the wolf bear, because if they don't have any creatures yet, yeah, we force them to deal with it, basically. And then now... Oh, did that... Yeah, so now we can hopefully get it back with the lurker. But I'll do this right this time. Let's try to do this correctly. All right. Liking how this is shaping up. We're going to play the Fertilid here and try to put Lurker on it. I like the play pattern that we can mutate onto a Fertilid, but then still use the remove the counters and still have a 4/4 left over after. Yeah, it's a great mutate target. So we're going to play this. Playing Evolving Wilds, get in for one. Yeah, it'll be a 6/6. No, I'm trying to mutate here. Oppo, for crying out loud. Well, Forest, we got all our mana. I'm gonna take.
Okay, Rob.
Rocket is concerned about my agitation. So now we just got to hard cast one of these, so I'm glad we splashed black. So we could play the Phase Dolphin and mutate the Lurker onto it, and that would get us one of these back. But double mutate is nice. It just splits up our 4/4s. I don't know if we want to do that. Well, this has got double strike. Do you really just want to try and trade this? Or is it, I mean... Yeah, we double trigger. We could also trade this off and Dolphin and Boneyard Lurker and get the Lurker back. Yeah, okay, I like Elgar's plan. Elgar's got a reasonable plan. Let's ship it in if they want to trade with it. We have a plan for that. However, if they have counter magic, they could really disrupt our plan. But let's make them have it. Yeah, we still made a trade at least, but it's a trade of an important creature that we want to get back. Yikes. Maybe they do have counter magic. I hope it's just cycling or something. I think there's going to be a lot of misreads of pauses. Of course. Boy. All right. At some point, they run out of things to stop all of our creatures, right? At some point. We got one of those somewhere. All right, burger gone. Yeah, Oppo's doing stuff. We'll see if it works for him. We still have ways to get around big sea creatures. We just didn't get off to a fast enough start. And it looks like they got shields down, so we should get a decent back for more. Just gonna make 8/8s. But they don't have hexproof or anything. You know, they are interactable. Oh, and this is instant, so we can actually do this now. We want to get what? We need a big thing so it can fight. But it only needs to be at least... Yeah, we don't want this. We guess we get another lurker. Oh, another wolf bear, definitely. Okay, so we get the wolf bear back and fight with that. Dolphin, though, is just going to run into an 8/8 and die. What we want is our... What we want is a capture sphere. We could send in, let them eat one of them, and then come back again, but... If we kill the blocker, they make an 8/8. Oh, it has flash. Yeah, cool. I don't read cards. I don't know. I don't care that it's a reprint. I'm going to use my new set excuse. I'm going to go full control just in case for some reason it doesn't work the way, like, it doesn't stop the way I want it to. Yeah, that's the idea. We're going to attack for 12. This is great. I thought we would have to wait a turn. Now we get to do what I was planning to do next turn right now. Man, that means reading is for me and I'm just not doing my job. I think just like me, he's just being cautious. Because we should get a chance to... But what I don't trust is that once it hits, we get the chance to respond. They got a lot of cards with which not to die next turn, but let's see if they can find enough. Oh yeah, Hannah, that's a... Save those kind of mistakes for Gauntlet on Fridays, please. Yeah, AVB, that's why I mentioned it. The card seems interesting, and we're gonna die to some Krakens, and hopefully we kill some Krakens, but an 8/8 token that doesn't have hexproof is quite vulnerable. I think it's just chat. We don't have a opposing streamer. So yes, they did a lot of drawing, but what else? They do have some flyers, so we can bring in our plummet. We do have... I thought we had a bounce spell, but maybe I never took... Oh, that was earlier. Yeah, no, we don't really have bounce. Yeah, let's see. We take plummet and we cut... What? Maybe I don't even like the plummet. Like, I don't want to take anything else out. Like a frost lynx, but that can be our answer to dealing with 8/8. Yeah. So yeah, forget it. I'm just gonna go back in. Yeah, it's 6 mana. We even have one of them. All right, we'll keep this. Something to do on 3. And a flash capture sphere that I totally know has flash. Oh, wow. How about Gnar into mutate onto it? That seems all right. If this lives, so far we haven't been able to keep a creature down against this Oppo, except just enough to win with. Yeah, I'm not, as you hear me, Zebra, not expecting it to, but we're going to try. If we have to cast this on 5, that's not the worst. We can mutate onto it and draw. That would be sweet. What am I doing? I'm just going to forget this. I got to do this now. Bell, you're just a turn late. They're curving out on us. That would have been a nice thing to have. Because now we are very much up against it in terms of if they do have removal for this, we're going to fall behind. But they'll use their whole turn on it. We could then use Capture Sphere on the Wolverine, and it wouldn't be the worst. But now brace yourselves for 3 damage. All right, we get to do it. That's hooray! And then next turn we get Glimmerbell, Frostlinks coming up Millhouse a bit here. Although if we do it now, and we do take a pretty big crackback, we're at 18. I think we can withstand it. Let's do it. We get a 3/3 to block with too, and I guess we want a 3/4. Forgot about that. That's why we like this. It's doing all sorts of stuff for us. Oh my god. Should have sent a poet. There's the removal we knew they had. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking next. We just go Glimmerbell. Actually, maybe we go Glimmerbell, Frostlinks, and then we'll parcel it up next turn. Hello, Tim Nose. Yep, little late night fun, as I promised to the end of my stream this morning, or this early afternoon. Yeah, it was late morning for me anyway. If we do this, do we have attacks? No, but let's knock down this Wolverine.
All right, everyone, chill.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see the combo, but Glimmerbell, for 3 mana, we can activate the Parcel Beast activation again and again. And what is it? Look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you put it in the battlefield. If you don't, so we should probably draw in case we want to do something. But I also like having the Capture Sphere available. I'm just going to wait because all I want to do with my mana is Parcel Beast stuff anyway. And I don't want to offer ground trades there, so still just no attacks. Yeah, I could have offered links. That's a reasonable point, Elgar. I would say this doesn't suck. If I was like making a list of things that sucked and things that didn't suck, this would go on my doesn't suck list. Heck, we can even attack with it if we want. But I'm just gonna get more value out of it right now. Thank you for the bits. And I guess we can play that, or maybe we pass from here. Maybe play. I'm going to play a Glimmer Bell, and that leaves us one more untap and one more draw. Yep, got to worry about double striking Wolverines. We do have a capture sphere for one of them at least. Still got to find a way to win. This is all well and good, but but winning needs to happen at some point. Yeah, Porky Parrot on a Death Touch is a good one. Porky Parrot with how about Porky Parrot with the bell? That'd be neat. And yeah, I'm gonna draw again. I wonder, let's see if we can get Otter down now and Dolphin down now, and then maybe have a big turn next turn. I'm gonna start, let's say if we do Otter and Dolphin, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9. So I can do one more Parcel Beast, but that's if I do like a Dolphin and Otter. So I'm gonna do Dolphin and Otter and then keep up Parcel Beast activation for one more time. Yeah, I should be offering Frosty. Maybe I should just be offering this even now that we are out carding them so much. Like, I'll just start trading for whatever they want, especially given that these could be double strikers soon. Right? Hi, doggy. You wanna come here? Where's my doggy? Who's that good boy? You come here, Rockhead. Hi, pal. Hi. Oh, that's my hound dog. Hello, buddy. He usually licks my ears and doesn't understand why he can't with these pesky headphones. Oh, there's a good boy. He is a good boy, you know. Everybody says so, except the people who meet him. No, I'm trying to redesign a rocket card. I'm working on a Card Kingdom is doing a pet, you know, pets of content creators and doing them as magic cards, but I need to redesign magic cards because now he's more like he sleeps all the time, but goes into high alert mode sometimes. So we got to reflect that on the ram through. Okay, now this is getting interesting. Oh, I got this card draw spell I don't need. Hey, buddy, I love you and you're my favorite dog, literally of all time. But I got to put you down because I can't concentrate very well. But you're my favorite. You be a good boy, and you go say hi to your mama. Okay. We got stuff. We can frost link. Let's see. Let's check our mana first. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With 10 mana, we can frost links for 3, leaving 7. We can ram through, leaving 5. We can capture sphere. So we can ram through links and capture sphere and really knock them down here and get a nice attack in, I think. And they're far away from doing anything here. And we have a ram through on, I guess, this thing. I'm doing it somewhat quickly because I know I got roping and I've only got 1 hourglass. So if this isn't perfect, so be it. And I want to remove their things that, I guess this doesn't matter. But I want them, if they're going to block, I want them to block with stuff that I'd rather have die, like the Wolverine and this dragon. And we're not going to send this. And we can even send this now. I think that's fair. And everything else is good. And we're going to dolphin the otter. Yeah, I had the capture sphere was an instant too, but I didn't want them to block. I wanted to get them out of the way. So even though I had instants, I wanted to clear blockers, so the instant speed didn't matter as far as I can tell. Maybe I'm missing a line. You know, that happens. But that was my thinking. Oh, I guess he's gonna be 10 shortly. He's gonna be 10 soon. Yeah, so this is fine with me as far as all that goes. I feel like we're behind, actually, in the sense that I feel like we should be farther ahead with the absurd stuff we've been doing with the Parcel Beast. I could have played the Naturalist, but missed it. No, isn't it? Oh, that's you may be here from Europe, War Furnace. We are we go. That's May 3rd by U.S. standards. Because we're stupid, we use the metric system when we put our month before the day. You know, it's weird. I think date should be year, month, day, so that it sorts properly. Why would you not do year, month, day? All right, 2 wins. We're going to go for a third, and then I'm going to say farewell. Just on for 1 draft tonight, doing a little... And, you know, with these events being shorter, like me knowing that it's going to be a 3-match event, maybe I can do this more regularly. I'm going to keep, we have any land to a Fertilid, which unlocks all of our other lands. And as we've seen, a Fertilid with a mutate is actually quite good. And as we have seen, Parcel Beast is quite good. If we find a Brushwag off the top and then an island after that, whoa. Cool. Found a 3rd land and a 2nd color that gives us a turn 2 play even. That blocks what Oppo is currently up to. Go wide Boros here. All right, I like to see that. This is a decent draw in terms of getting more land, but we're going to go with the... Well, we could just... Oh, we can't. This is human. Sorry, never mind. But we can do the thing. We don't have any 2-drops, but we will. I'm going to try to remember when of 1 mind being for 1 mana is something else. That's very good. But I'm going to just do this here. We can do Phase Dolphin. Maybe we do Phase Dolphin. I don't think we're going to activate Fertilid. But it's where I do want to. I may want to mutate onto it. So I'm going to play the Fertilid. Hey, Fiddles. You got it. Little evening action for everybody. And they got a lot of open mana. I don't want to do mutates into it, although if they mutate, if they kill the target, we still get the Parcel Beast. But we can go for a 1 mana draw 2. I'm going to start there. Yeah. It's our only blue. I guess if we don't draw more blue, then we don't get to cast any of our other blue stuff. So maybe I shouldn't do the one with mine now, and I should just do a tap land and the Dolphin as posed. Yeah. Let's go with the tap land. That thins our deck a little bit. And I'm doing that before I forget it, as I've said. It's totally in my range to untap without doing that, so I just like to get it done. Sometimes Magic is easy? Question mark? I don't know. That was a weirdly early scoop from a 2-0 opponent. I assume they're 2-0. Yeah, weird. So here we are again, figuring out what to do. Looks very aggro. Is there anything we can do to shrink our curve? We could bring in the Brushwag. But it actually doesn't even block as well as something like a Glimmerbell. I'd rather have a Glimmerbell on 2 than a Brushwag on 1 if our goal is defense. We could bring in this. This is going to get one of their small things. I like that. Maybe even cut it for the back for more. That's too powerful, though. Again, I'm just looking for like least powerful, but it's hard to find. I'm gonna go down 1 Glimmerbell to have the Subdual. Boon. I don't remember what Boon is. Possibly, or just more double drafts. My current philosophy on account management is to stop playing on accounts when you hit your 4th win on the day. So going to a mode where I play 1 event on 1 account, and then if we win 4 times on it, switch to the other account and do that one. This is a good, easy keep. Glimmerbell, Gnar. Subdual if they get aggro on us. Ram through a fine pickup. We don't have that much removal. Now we have kind of 2 of our pieces of removal. What is this dude? Legendary humans you control have indestructible and 2 black-white. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, create a soldier token. Maybe we'll ram it through, but right now we're just going to move our plan forward. Glimmerbell, Gnar, and then if the Gnar lives, we can start throwing punches around. Do I recommend doing that if you don't care about collection building? Yes, because the point of doing it is to, when you're playing Arena, you want to be earning gold from wizards. In fact, the only, like, for anybody who's budget conscious, you would do it to make sure that when you're playing, you're getting paid, quote, paid in that wizard's way of being paid. Now maybe let's wait until we get this to 5, because we can links this turn. We can do both of these next turn and then mutate onto like the links, and that would be pretty good. So I think I'm going to do that.
All right, everyone, chill.
Awfully suspicious. It's possible they just want a dead, you know, a soldier token, but I'm gonna say no blocks. I want to execute the plan of getting the Gnar onto this and don't feel the need to take action in that spot. Ah, I see. Maybe it was just a trick to try and get us to get this happening. But now we're gonna ram through. Oh, we did, sorry, I need to do the Gnar part first, or that ram through's not going to work. I was thinking I would do this and this, but of course we don't have enough power out to make that worth it now. We can't otter and ram through, but I think I like otter here. Maybe want to keep... I'm going to stay defensive too. Also, I might want to just Gnar onto the bell. I was talking about the lynx because it's kind of not as useful a creature anymore, but probably better to just mutate onto the bell. Certainly early on, this is seeming like the big question of the format. Oh, and this is pretty telegraphed, +2/+1 to everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We could just take 14 if they want to execute that play and go to 6, but that's a little low. What can we do if we put... I guess I'm willing to give up a lynx. Let's try to put lynx on an appropriate thing. Yeah, one of the 1/1s. And I'm going to go with the token because I don't want... I don't want to just replace the cat with another thing. Although we could block with both. Yeah, this is fine. So maybe they have it and they just didn't want to give it up for that one trade. Oh, it was just a Deadeye play. Okay. I had the read as being the 5 mana Inspiring Charge. Now we have Otter down on the ground. If we Gnar the Otter, they still have a good block, so we can't really do anything there. But we could... Yeah, I'm just going to put this Gnar on the bell, and we get a 3/3 on the ground. It still could be charged, you are absolutely right. But now I'm going to send the Otter. They can trade with the Deadeye or give us a card. And then we have 2 3/3s back. And we can see how they want to do this attack. Okay, it was not... Seems like they did not have the also the +2/+1. And interesting, they gave us a draw. Hopefully we can use that to our advantage. Next turn, having Lynx ram through seems good. So now they're saying they don't have anything else that even gets through here. I'm going to take this trade. Well, we're at 15. We can just take this, right? Because I can play Lynx, and I'd happily trade the Lynx off with a Deadeye. I think taking 4 and trying to trade Lynx for Deadeye makes more sense. Glad you're loving the human drafting, Jikerman. I think everybody's pretty happy about that. Rushwag. So we have 5 mana. We can ram through and Frost Lynx. They've got some mana up, but the ram through should be fine. Let's ram through the Enforcer. And links the 2/3. And ask them some questions. This, you know, I'm taking some risk here. We're leaving just a Frost Lynx back to manage this Deadeye, but with this guy frozen, I think this is all right. I did it a bunch of times, so I think when it's not the actual card, I get to decide if to meme it. But here, you want the chill, you got the chill.
All right, everyone, chill.
Strong. That's the best I've seen the Call of the Death Dweller do, and fully explains their suicidal attacks. Baron said, I think they just want creatures in the yard. Baron was correct. I didn't know it was for that card per se, but that did some work. And with that level of go wide from Oppo, we're just going to... What's even on this? See, I gotta look. Okay, right. I can untap this, because that's an ability it has. I'm gonna forget this so much. But anyway, we're gonna send in the Gnar, leave everything else back, and maybe the Gnar can just get there over the course of the next couple turns. And with 5 mana, we can Brushwag Wolf, or we can Brushwag, hold up Capture Sphere. I'm going to go Brushwag Wolf. I think our creatures getting out there and getting wide is going to be enough of a deterrent, since Oppo has shown an unwillingness to attack into this so far. So it seems like they need to find something off the top that enables an attack, and if they don't, we're probably safe from it for another turn. Oh, did all of chat? No, I just keep forgetting about the abilities of stuff underneath the mutated creatures. I think we can let go of the Subdual here. The Capture Sphere is better removal, and when we find another blue, we're going to refill. Doesn't have death. Oh, it has Death Touch and Menace, so we have to give up 2 things for it if we want it. I think we can take, without lifelink, we just let it. We just take it and we Capture Sphere it. That's my plan. Right. It's hard to remember what's under here, and it's multiple clicks to get there. I kind of wish right-clicking on a mutate creature would show the mutation. It just seems like what we're looking for when we make that move. Right, Dave? I've got everybody on edge. Yes. Oh, interesting. So, +2/+2 flying counter. We can Capture Sphere it. I was going to use it on this, but yes, I think we should do it. We have to, right? This is our win con. Well, it's heavily designed for digital, but this is a real digital failing. I think we'd be I'd be much more aware of what my Gnar did if we were playing in paper right now. Let's see. What do we see here? They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can activate this twice. They may just be trying to do that twice. They've got a lot of fodder for it already, though, so they don't need my help. We're just going to try and hit with the Gnar twice. And on that front, make some trades here. I'm going to go 3/3 token and Frost Links there, and go ahead and block the healer here. They just want fodder for the Enforcer, but I'm going to give it to him. Sorcery, draw 4. I'm going to do that here. Oh, they can block Gnar? Wait, how? I don't know what you're talking about. This can't untap, can it? No? I don't know what you mean, Sixer. I can't believe we don't have a human out there. Oh well. Got to keep attacking with this. It's a little nerve-wracking to be this low against aggro, but we see what they're top decking. Can we pump and win? I mean, I have no mana. How am I pumping? Could we have pumped and win? Is that what we meant? Four, five, 6 attackers. That's not gonna do it. I think we got it. Let's see. I have to. Do they have anything that? What about this? Gains or loses life? Oh, maybe so, Jikerman. Maybe so. Well, they're out of cards, so we don't even need to do that, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just got it, right? All right. Nice. Join you this evening for a little quick 3-0. Somebody want to play best of one? Anybody got a Ikoria draft they want to throw my way? I don't want to do another best of 3, but I would throw one more game at you if somebody wants to challenge. I am on Going Optimal with Ryan, pound 76659. There's 0, Dave. I got other stuff to do, but if someone wants to challenge me, we can play one more game out. All right, I'm going to move on then, folks. That was great. Glad I did this. A lot of people were really happy to see me doing some evening streaming. Skadoosh maybe wants to do it, so I'll keep going. But I think this won't catch unless I find some regular time to do that. So I'll think about it. I'll think about it and see if there's some weekly cadence we can get going on an evening draft. I love this feature too. Great to get a little extra value out of your stuff. Ooh, and we get to figure out if Primal Empathy is any good. This is a sneap if I've ever seen one. We get Island out of our wilds. We get a Reader on 2. We get Empathy on 3, start growing our stuff. Or Gnar on 3, start growing our stuff. But it depends if Reader draws us a card or not, right? You have to save the deck from the draft to use it in a challenge. You can recreate it. If you remember your deck, you can go and build it as a 40-card deck. You just have to remember. All right, now Empathy doesn't even get there for us anyway, so we're gonna just keep moving our stuff out. I guess Gnar sets us up for the best chance at getting draws off Empathy, but if we wait, again, we can like try and mutate this onto the Lynx. And yeah, that's true. Oh, Empathy would add a counter. That's right. That's why I'm playing it, because it has a failsafe that's decent too, right? So that's nice, but still not what we want to do here, right? We'd rather do one of our creatures, but thank you for the reminder. And I'm going to go for the Gnar plan. No, I'm going to go for the Lynx plan. I changed my mind. You get a chill.
All right, everyone, chill.
Crystalline Giant is quite good and could make it hard for us to get there on this until we get the counter on the right place. We can go... Ooh, how about Brushwag plus Primal Empathy? I like that. And then we can get this going if we draw a land next turn. Already hexproofed. Yikes. It's almighty, after all. Hexproof, Death Touch. This thing's getting more and more out of hand. Where do we want to go with this? Let's put it here and get big. Oh, we didn't draw land, but that's okay. We'll play this one. Send in... I keep forgetting this has pump even, right? I just am so trying to mutate stuff onto it that I forget that I can just use it as a solid creature. And I will even offer the Frost Lynx here. They can trade if they want that. Trade for tricks or creatures. Oh, sorry, it's on me. Oh, look, I might loot. Should I loot everybody? What do you think? Loot, yes or no? You may cast forever from your graveyard using its mutate ability. Okay, it's also just big. That was a test, War Furnace. Always loot. This is quite the quite the mutation. Glad this isn't going against my official record in the event. This doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for us. Still want to keep the Gnar. We can still get bigger than this thing. Thing is, it has Death Touch. But I'll throw it on the Fertilid and then mutate onto it. Oh yes, I should update my official record. Don't usually keep playing after it closes out. We finished 3-0 in our draft tonight. It's pretty sweet. I'm just gonna swing in. We're kind of racing here. I guess we could try and block, but I'm afraid it's gonna get a counter that just that makes it so that we can't. He's got trample. We got a fort. I'm gonna just attack. Well, they need something to mutate on. So I guess that we can presume they would probably find a creature, but they wouldn't be able to do it like in one turn. Now we need to go digging for better stuff than we have in the hand currently. Didn't find it. It's got lifelink. Yeah, what do we even do? I guess we have to try and trade for it now. So we send these and try and trade. Oh, I tried not to send that. Oh well. That was somehow a miscommunication between my brain and my clicky finger. New plan. Die. Well, that's a good place to get your loss in, and I'm happy I did that because it did a very important thing. I mean, if you want to max out your gold on an account, you don't want to leave it for the day without an empty quest slot, because to leave it with an empty quest slot is giving up basically 500 or 750 gold, probably about 550 on average. Yeah, how'd you do in that event, Skadoosh? Did you crush it? Piers, I should get going. I really should. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pass, but let us continue tomorrow. Oh, good. You're on 2-0. Right on. Crush it. That was a great deck. Is that in Premiere, or did you best of 3 or best of 1 draft? Cool. All right. I had fun. Let me know. I got a lot of feedback of this is evening draft would be welcome for some people. So I'll see if there's like maybe one night a week where I can just be consistent about doing an evening stream. Okay. Had a great time. See you, YouTube friends, for the next morning draft, or at least morning for me. Having fun with the set so far, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.